since I retired that you probably never will see another person that has gone through the Portsmouth school system from first grade through the 12th grade and not missing a day out of school, okay? And I'm very proud of that. I didn't realize that until I started my business, a mental health provider in 2013. And I started talking about it, and my brother reminded me of that. Mindfulness. How many of you have heard of mindfulness? Okay, all right. Mindfulness to me is the foundation of learning. If kids cannot pay attention, they cannot learn. Okay? You've heard people say, you need to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Or you telling kids, you have to pay attention. But have anyone ever really taught you how to pay attention? And that's sort of what mindfulness does. Being in the present moment. Being in the present moment. Not worried about the past, that's already happened. The future is not here yet. Okay? So a lot of stress, physical, mental, behavior, illnesses come from your thought process. Okay? And what I try to do, or what I do, is come into a school and calm the atmosphere. If you have a calm atmosphere, you can learn, you can teach. So many people are leaving the system because it's so chaotic now. I tip my hat to you. Because these kids now, I can't even find a word to describe. Okay? So what I would like to do right here is, I want to do a quick check-in, all right? This is my little bell that I call Blue Magic. And I sat there before these meetings, and in my later years, I realized, okay, if I get into the meeting, it'll go a lot better. Now, some of you right now thinking, oh man, I was rushing to get here. I don't know what's wrong with it. I wish he'd hurry up so I can go home and do what I have to do. Or some of you may be suffering from some illnesses, and I have this doctor's appointment. So it's a lot of thoughts that's going on right now, but I want to put us in the same moment, all right? And after I finish this little exercise, I want you to give me some input. If you didn't feel anything, that's fine. If you did feel something, share that with us, okay? All right, so I always tell the kids, we're gonna sit up in a mindful position. So you're gonna sit straight up in the seat, almost like a helium balloon. It's connected, and the reason why you want to sit up straight and tall, you just want the energy and the oxygen just to flow. It makes sense. If you're sitting like this, your breathing is going to be different than if you're sitting like this. So we can sit up in a mindful position. When I ring the bell, I would like for everybody to close their eyes. Now, to see if you're paying attention, right? When the bell stops ringing, I need for you to raise your hand. Okay? When the bell stops ringing. Okay? Now, this young man sitting all the way in the back, his hand might come up later. Why? Because he's out at first distance. Or some people might have different hearing problems, and they might raise their hand at a different time. But I want you to try to pay attention. Be in the present moment of this bell. Okay, so when you hear the bell, close your eyes, the bell stops ringing, raise your hand. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's close our eyes. Okay, as that bell stops ringing, let's keep our eyes closed and let's put our hands down. Okay? What I want you to do is stay present. There are a lot of thoughts that are coming in your mind right now. But I want you to stay present. To stay present, you need to follow your breath. So just right now, Follow the inhale and the exhale of your breath. That's your anchor. Your breath right there is your anchor. And right now, other thoughts are coming. Breathe them in and let them go. But don't dwell on them. Get back to that anchor. And give me about 4 more minutes. We're going to do a little drill. It's called 3 deep breaths. I'm going to take you through a guided practice. Each breath, you're going to hold it a little longer each time, and you're going to exhale. Okay, here we go. Deep breath in and hold it. Deep breath in, hold it. Now let it out real slow, as slow as you can. Let it out real slow, real slow. Get back to your anchor. Inhaling, exhaling, following the rise and fall of your chest and stomach. Stay focused on your anchor. There goes another thought. Get back to your anchor. Second deep breath. You're going to hold this one a little bit longer. Here we go. Deep breath in. Hold it. Now let it out nice and slow. Nice and slow. Let's get to that anchor. Stay present. Stay present. Here we go. This is the last one. And we're going to hold this one for a little bit longer, but after a real big, deep breath. Here we go, class. Deep breath in. Hold it. A little bit longer. Now let it out real slow, real slow. Let's get back to your anchor in about 10 seconds. You gotta hit a bell and open your eyes. All right, help me out, team. Give me a little input. Give me a little input. How did that make you feel? Anybody? Relax. Relax. Sit calm. Focus. All right? Okay, center. All right? Now, that's the way you want your class to be. But you're going to get in class and you're going to see that some kids not even going to do it. Some people going to have their eyes open. They will be looking around at it. But that's okay. All right? But for those that did it, all right, that's going to help. I always tell athletes, the way that you felt right then, that's the way that you want to participate. That's the way that you want to play. If you look at the Kobe's and LeBron James, and you see those guys meditating, that's what they're doing. And once they get out there and play, they're playing in slow motion. Okay? Because they're focused. All right. Thank you for that. Who was the tech person here? Tech person? You got a tech person? Oh, he sold you out. No, you good right there. If I have any trouble, I need to know who to go to. Quick story. When I left Waters, I went to the alternative ed school for about 6 years. When I came back to church in the academy, I walked in the gym and I see a big kid. Scared to death. They say Coach Baker is just a big computer. And I still don't know how to handle it. So yesterday, Mr. Van Hill really helped me out. So if I need some help, I know who to go to. Okay? All right. Oh, I need some help. Okay, all right, here we go. So, mindfulness is being in the present moment. You good? Okay, all right. Okay, mindfulness is being in the present moment. All right? Like I said, paying attention, not being in the future, not being in the past. It's right now. Okay? All right, now, the benefits of mindfulness: increasing test scores, decrease negative behavior, increasing focus. And I heard that word focus when we were meditating, okay? If you look at mindfulness, you think about a kid that's walking down the hall, and the teacher says, "Pull your pants up, son." I ain't pulling my pants up. You're not back to the school. Tell you what to do. Next thing you know, kid got sent home for 3 days. Think about a kid that's been using mindfulness. Son, pull your pants up. Yes, sir. Pull his pants up, go around the corner, pull his pants back down. But he's not kicked out of school. He sort of took that deep breath and he thought about what that teacher was saying. He thought about his consequences, all right? Okay, now, 75 to 98%, and I mentioned that physical, mental, behavior illnesses, it comes from your thought process, all right? Our bodies, our minds are not designed for stress. It's not designed for fear. Our bodies were built for love and power. So when you start having these thoughts, if 100 Doberman pit bulls come running through that door, my amygdala is going to tell me you're the first one out that door. All right? But that amygdala can kind of trip you up. My son is at Virginia State. Last week, I heard on the news, 4 kids get shot at Virginia State. What is the first thing that my amygdala is telling me? Is that my son? All right? And then your amygdala starts running. Oh man, is he okay? I hope it wasn't him. And so then you start dwelling on that, and if it's another situation that you're thinking about, that's how you start getting diseases. That's how you start getting high blood pressure, ulcers, because you are dwelling on these thoughts, okay? So what we're trying to do, thank you. Okay, yeah, let's go back, all right. Okay, let's go back to that last slide. Yeah, let's go back. All right, your amygdala is right here. All right, okay? Then you have your prefrontal cortex. All right? That's the part of the brain that is responsible for decision making. Okay? Now, what I want you to understand is 5 to 10 minutes, I said 16 minutes. 5 to 10 minutes of what we just did, okay, with your kids, helping them to capture your thoughts. That's what you're doing. You are capturing your thoughts, okay? All right, next slide. So, all right, research has shown that 5 to 16 minutes of deep, intensive breathing, capturing your thoughts, all right, will help you to eliminate those negative thoughts all the time and you developing some type of symptoms, all right? So that's why we want to go in the classroom, and we want to calm that classroom by teaching mindfulness. All right, next slide. All right, now, from what we're talking about, what would this remind you of?
Nature.
Nature. What was that? Nature breathing. From what we're talking about. Calmness. Okay, all right. This is your brain. All right? Okay, these are nerve endings. These are the dendrites that goes to different parts of the brain. Right down here is that big vagus nerve. Next slide. What I want you to see is the vagus nerve is responsible for everything that's sort of automatic. Your heartbeat, your Now, let's take riding the bicycle. You keep riding that bike every day, next thing you know, you have used these parts of the nerve to ride that bike. All right? Okay, let's go back. Okay? All right, so all of these nerve endings right here are telling you to ride that bike. Okay? These same nerve endings. Oh, okay. All right, help me out. Help me out. All right? So all these nerve endings right here, once we get up here, it's gonna go to football. All of these nerve endings right here, you find those same nerve endings, is gonna go to another sport. So when LeBron James and them, and they're meditating on what they're doing, they're following these nerve endings right here. Okay? Now, your brain doesn't know, and I try to tell coaches this. You heard of mental reps. Your brain doesn't know whether you are sitting and thinking about the skill or whether you are doing the skill yourself. Your brain doesn't know whether you are actually throwing that ball or whether you are actually thinking about throwing that ball. So, all of these nerve endings right here, okay, are being used. Now you're thinking about throwing the ball right here, or you are actually doing the skill right here. So that's why those pros, they meditate so much. So once they get in the game, it becomes almost automatic. You being an athlete, you see sometimes you go up and you do a move, you don't even know how you did it. Am I correct? Have y'all ever experienced that? You don't even know how you did it. Okay? Because those nerve endings have kicked in so much that you practice and you get a response. You respond to a stimulus and you don't know how, but you have practiced that so much. Now, this is the point that I want to make. Right? Calmness. When we do that meditation and we sit and we calm ourselves, and I told you 5 to 10 minutes a day, all right? 5 to 10 minutes a day is going to develop this type of calmness, this type of peace in your classroom with your kids, all right? And this is where you want to be. But we have cell phones that they're doing. We have social media, video games, all right? Okay? So all of this, man, is compiling on our kids. We look at crime. Being born and raised in Portsmouth, when I Googled the most dangerous city in Virginia, come on, gang. You know, I'm getting chilled by saying it's Portsmouth. And this is what I'm trying to eliminate, all right? So, you look at crime, violence, fighting, all of those nerve endings are coming here, and it's in this section, right? This is a tree, right? We gotta prune the tree. If we prune the tree, that's why I say that mindfulness to me, teaching our kids mindfulness at an early age, okay? Teaching them calmness, relaxation, more so in school, will help to prune that. Right now in Virginia, if I'm not mistaken, they're talking about taking cell phones out of school, right? Let's prune that. Once we can prune that and teach this, now this is going to get stronger. Grades are going to get stronger. Social awareness, decision making, all right? compassion, and love. All right? So, in elementary school, the two schools that I have, Douglas Park, Coach, let me know when I got 15 minutes, because you know I can roll.
You good to go.
Okay, so, Douglas Park and Churchill Academy are the two schools that I have. Okay? Churchill Academy is the #1 user in the country. Among 4,500 schools, they're the #1 user in the country with using Inner-Explorer. Now, this year I talked to Ms. Rudolph. I said, Ms. Rudolph, these kids come to you. So I want to try to get that church and staff, when they come in, hey, y'all know anything about mindfulness? You know, I give y'all the bell. Hit the bell one time, see what they do. Okay? All right? I have they're third graders now. So I was working with them when I was in church in kindergarten. So my thing is, when these third graders get to the 6th grade, I want to see what kind of habits they have now, what kind of behavior habits that they have. Because I go in there, I focus on my kindergartners and the 2nd graders at church, and my staff focus on it. I have a yoga teacher that comes out, I have a aerobic teacher that comes out, and we do it in PE class. Because physical education, the SOL, you have a mental health SOL, am I correct? So we ride along with the SOL. So I'm trying to get mindfulness in all of the schools. Right now I have it at 2 schools, and I'm really pushing. I'll be 68 in December. My wife said, I thought you retired. I said, yeah, I'm retired, but they give me a couple more years so I can try to get this in these schools because it's needed, okay? All right, so I kind of want you to understand that concept. But if you're a coach, I'm telling you, if you got a bread and butter plate, sit your athletes down, okay? And just let them breathe and let them focus on that plate. 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 Over here, this is them actually going through the motions. Over here, it might be them thinking about it, but they were going through the same pathways, the same neurological pathways. Does that make sense? That's why the LeBrons, the Kobe's, the Steph Curry's, that's why these guys meditate, okay? All right, next slide. Okay, how much time we got, Coach?
About 15 minutes. You
Okay, all right. I just want to show you this one right quick. Okay, because my program don't go into the high school until I just have 2 elementary schools, but we have gone into Norcom, Manor, and Lansdowne, and we have taught mental preparation. And I just put there. All right. Yeah, you can blow that up. You got the focus there on mental preparation. All right? I will be an option first. You got to prepare, it's not that time. When I was Okay, hey man, take a deep breath. And when you bench this bar, I want you to take a deep breath and think about that man in front of you. Mental preparation, okay? Because if you get back to those branches, okay, all right, he's performing it, okay? He's thinking about it, but he's traveling right through those same neurological pathways, okay? And once they deepen, and he get out of that field, it's like automatic. If I was in the game, I asked Coach Baker, did you go back and coach? I said, yeah. I coach some little teeny kids because they don't know how to cuss yet. Right now I can do it, man. I went back. That's another story. But now, Coach, Mr. Austin, I call everybody Coach, I'm sorry. Mr. Austin's going to send this out to you guys. When you get it, I kind of want you to go here. And this right here is Inner Explorer. This is the program, okay? Now, Inner Explorer, some teachers when I first get to the schools, we have too much to do already. Hey man, this is 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Transitions are 2 minutes. Let's say they first come to the gym and you want to transition. Can you click right here? You want to get everybody settle down. And you're going to go into a transition. You guys want to try everybody dress out of the gym and some transition. You start the transition.
Let's practice the mindful minute. Closing your eyes. Breathing in and out through the nose for 5 or 6 breaths. And at the end of our time, you'll hear a recognizable sound, and that will be how you know you can open your eyes.
They're just sitting calmly, already taught them to take deep breaths. Okay, put everybody on the same page. Okay, during the transition into your lesson, you calm your atmosphere, you calm your classroom. Okay. Okay. All right. Then you're done. Okay. Now I have. I don't know if you guys know Dallas Van Leer over at Church Academy and Willie Hinton is over at Douglas Park. They got to do it every day. And I give them a little gas money. Give them a little gas money. Okay? All right? And with this, like I said, it just sort of calms and set the atmosphere. Okay? All right, next slide. So take a look at these slides that you guys did. Okay? Next slide. Yeah.
Hi, and welcome to Inner Explorer's orientation video.
That's just going to tell you what Inner Explorer is.
Highlighting the importance of mindfulness in education.
Oh, that's all right. Oh, up, go up. See that slide today. Okay, all right, now, so this is what I used. Last night I emailed this to Mr. Austin, I guess about 2 o'clock in the morning. He said, baby, you up late last night? I said, man, I was looking at what I shared with the elementary school, and I said, I can't share this with the high schools, but this right here, now, let's say, hey, these kids just came to your class. All right, they just came to your class, and, next slide. All right. So now you have these kids in your class, just like I was telling you. There's so much going on in their minds. Now, being in the present moment. Being in the present moment means you need to be present physically, mentally, and emotionally. All right? You guys are looking at me right now, okay, because you are physically present. Okay? But some of y'all guys are, hey man, we just got to hurry up. I'm hungry. You understand what I'm saying? So you can imagine what's going on with your kids. Hey, I miss Brett. He stepped on my Jordans. I cannot believe she put that on Facebook. Okay, my stepdad beat my mom last night. My highest score, on Madden last night. Okay, I wish we had a car. Alright, so these kids have all of these different thoughts going through their head, alright? But when they come to class and you do this, alright, everybody close their eyes, relax, calm ourselves, take a deep breath, put them on the same page. Now, at elementary school, they do the shop thing. And when they ring the bell, everybody can be talking, man, and everybody just talking. As soon as I come here and ring the bell, boom, they go, shh. It's a beautiful thing. And they know. Sometimes I can just pick the bell up, or Mr. Van Leer can just pick the bell up, and they do like this. But they know what's coming. Shop family 5 S's. They make the S sound. Sit still, straight, silent, soft breathing, shut eyes. Okay? They're on the same page now. Okay? When we go back to that video that I showed you with the tree and how we got the tool and how we have the tool, we keep putting it on parents. Now I'm gonna put it on us. Because we have these kids from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. They out. When they get home, parents don't have time to do a lot, but we have to take advantage of them being here. All right? Now, tell you about the shop thing. If you go on my website, or I send some stuff out, some of y'all might have seen it. And I was doing a presentation in Norfolk, trying to get Norfolk School. And I was talking about Church and Academy and the shop thing. So the mother said, my daughter goes to Church and Academy. I said, you go to Church and Academy? She said, yeah. I said, you know how to do the shop thing? And she said, I said, you don't know how to do the shop thing, you in Church and Academy? I was ready to call Mr. Van Leer. Because if you at Douglas Park and you at church, you know how to do the shop. So she did like that, made me feel so proud. I was in the grocery store. This little kid, one of the baddest kids that I had in kindergarten. All right? So he walked with his mom, and I see him, right? He did like that. I did like that. His mom said, well, what's wrong with you? Got some kind of gang sign? I said, who that man like that with you? So I had to tell her, But that's what it's all about to me. That's what it's all about. Okay, next slide. Okay, this is the program that Church Academy does the park. If they go into Inner Explorer, okay, after 2 months or so, I see how many teachers have done Inner Explorer at least 20 times. If they've done 20 times, I give them a gift card. Okay, $25 gift card. Okay, and I done been there. I done been where you guys are. So some type of incentive, kind of help. You haven't seen the teachers, I gotta get a car, you didn't get me one. And so that motivates them other teachers to do it. Next slide. Okay? If they're doing what they're supposed to do, and the teachers are doing what they're supposed to do, I have a game bus. Okay, go back. I have a game bus and the bounce house. Okay? The game bus and bounce house, I wore my jacket. I put on a few pounds. I said, man, I'm going in with kids, man, my belly hanging all out. I said, I'm going to wear my jacket today, but I'm not out of it. Okay, so they have the game bus or the bounce house, and if the teachers are doing it, their class get to go. So now this put pressure on the kids to say, hey, Miss Kendall, we got to go and do Enter Explore today. Because we want to get on that game bus. We want to, so that kind of, pushes the kids to get on the teachers to do that. Go to the next slide. Okay, now this is the curriculum. At Church of County Douglas Park, they need to know the shock plan, the amygdala, the prefrontal cortex, okay? And it's the encore classes. 5 minutes. Okay, I went to Dr. Patillo has a preschool, okay? It's called Mile High Academy, right? When I went in there, 3, 4, 5-year-olds, I told the teachers, and I said, I'm gonna teach the amygdala, I'm gonna teach the prefrontal cortex. And they said, hey, Mr. Dwight, give me a few extra minutes, Mr. Dwight, give me a few extra minutes. Okay. All right, so I said, I'm gonna teach the amygdala, the prefrontal cortex. And they said, Coach Baker, these 3, 4, 5-year-olds, you gonna teach them what? You gonna bump your head. I said, give me 6 weeks. After 6 weeks, we had 3 classes together in the teachers, right? And I put a picture of the stomach. And I said, okay, boys and girls, this is a picture of the brain. Oh, no, Brother Baker. That's the stomach. I said, you guys are right. No, I put a picture up of the stomach and of the brain, right? I put a picture up of the brain, and I said that's the stomach. They said, no, that's the brain. I said, okay, you guys are right. I said, what picture, what part of the brain was this? This little kid, 3 years old. He said, it's the amygdala. I said, I said, you got the name right. I said, but you're not pronouncing it right. It's the amygdala. So he said, amygdala. Nothing is this kid, he got so mad, he cleaned up all the tables, he started throwing stuff at the kids out of class. I said, Gee, what's wrong, man? What happened? Oh, baby, my amygdala's strong. In other words, he was angry, and he knew that anger came from the amygdala. The thing about this mindfulness is they teach it at Harvard. Okay, they have master's programs at all of these Harvard, Stanford, and so why are we not teaching it to our kids? Okay, I've been doing this since 2010, and it's just been a teaching tool for me. Okay, all right, next slide. Okay, all right, so that's just a picture. We can go to the next slide. All right, now, so, hand model of the brain, all right? This is the brain right here, okay? Now, you wonder why people tell you to take a deep breath. When you get mad, right, people tell people to take a deep breath, all right? The reason being, when you get mad, your amygdala is going off, okay? You flip your lid or you blow your top. All of your oxygen is going here to the amygdala. So they tell you to take a deep breath, okay? So now you can get oxygen to your prefrontal cortex where you make the decisions. Now, let me tell you this, okay? The prefrontal cortex develops at age 21 in females, and it's fully developed at age 23 in males. So, I figured out why that guy right there holding that camera, I figured out why I had so many problems with him. His prefrontal cortex is not developed yet. You can talk to your kids, they not gonna listen. Somebody else will tell them the same thing. They, oh, okay. Am I correct? Okay, so that's one reason is that the development of that prefrontal cortex. Next slide. Okay, all right, this is, like I mentioned to you, this is Van Leer. I work through the physical education teachers. Next slide. And the art teachers, creativity. Okay, like I said, they use me every day. I give them a little gas money. Next slide. Okay, this is Miss Christine, 75 years old. She comes in working with my kindergartners. She never misses a day. She loves it. Okay, next slide. All right, so these are some results. Okay, I need some data. We went into church, we went into Douglas Park. One of the biggest things was let's stop these fights. Among all the referrals, 17.71% was fighting. Okay? At the end, it's down to 5.59%. Churchman was about the same. Next slide. Okay, test scores have gone up. Now, I told you with Inner Explorer, Churchman Academy, 6,664 users, #1 in the country, among 4,500, I'm proud of that. Among 4,500 schools in the country, Church Academy #1. Next slide. This is Douglas Park right here, was at 1773. Their test scores have gone up, but not like churches, man. Next slide. Okay, next slide. All right, now, we found that most behaviors occur in the classroom. We found that the time is like between 12 and 1:30, so that's where this year we need to practice mindfulness a little bit more during that time. Okay, next slide. Okay, we found that teachers that use it less has more referrals. Okay, next slide. Okay, hey, these ladies were great. Miss Jakubowski's downtown now. Miss Hines is still at Douglas Park. And I just took my hat to them. Next slide. Okay, this is my information right here. This will be sent out to you guys. If you guys want to contact me. Okay, all right, next slide. Oh, at the bottom is my website. Please go to my website, because this is going to be on there too. Next slide. I am a mental health provider, Jab Family Services. And hey, man, I just really appreciate you guys letting me come in. To me, mindfulness is the next curriculum. If a kid cannot pay attention, a kid cannot learn. Any questions? Any questions? All right, thank you.